Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Arizona taking on the UConn Huskies.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at Arizona. Freak, he's in at point guard. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they've found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program and all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
Cutting the screen. Here's Day. Here's Splitter. It's hauled in by Arizona. Freak with it, picked up by Joseph. Freak passes to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Freak. That drops.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Arizona on D. Pass to Keefe. Outside Martin. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
I don't know, maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
From deep. Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from Freak. Freak's got 5 now.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a problem.
That's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Now Arizona with it. Tries it again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Keith, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He's got 5.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. The pass to Reed. They shoot again. The shot's good from Sims. Sims has got his first 2 points.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Jennings. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Taking a look at Arizona. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Williams is out there with Ewing, and it's Lewis in at the center, filling out the middle. Reed kicks to Jennings. UConn moving that ball around. It's tipped and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Ewing against Jennings. There's the screen. Passes it to Sims. Screen by Howard. Jennings dishes to Howard. Pass to Reed. 5 on the clock. The 10-footer. Howard can't hit. Now Arizona with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Lewis kicks to Freak. Buries the long-range jumper. Freak's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Martin, and it's Splitter in at the center position.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And for Arizona, Freak is in at the point. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Freak, 8 points for him. Here's Hollis Jefferson, the dish to Freak. Stolen away. We've got Keith, and it's Martin in at the 4. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for Arizona, Freak in at point guard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5 down low. Splitter sets a screen. Here is Day. Splitter sets a screen. Here's Keith. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Keith. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mitchell. The shot is off. Great D that time from Martin. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, you know, they got behind, but they hung in there and maintained contact.
Splitter dishes to Joseph. Kicks to Day. Pass to Keith for the lead. The shot misses. So Arizona will take it the other way. Freak passes to Lewis. Another 3 for Arizona.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
UConn trails by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Joseph kicks to Day. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Huskies will retain possession.
10 seconds on the shot. 10. Substitution.
Now here's Jennings. We've got Pierce, and it's Sims in at the 4 slot. Jennings with the ball. That is good. And the Arizona lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Pierce.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
Freak dishes to Ewing. To the middle, Freak. Huskies with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's McGuire, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Arizona.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Arizona leading by 5. Deflects the pass. Here's Freak. Hollis Jefferson passes to Freak. Baseline jumper. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
The Huskies making a switch here. Keith's checked in. .141 left in the second half of basketball. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 1:40 left to play here in the second half.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
There's 1:38 left to play in the second half. Here's Freak. The rebound by Day.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. There's the screen. Hollis Jefferson passes to Freak. Another three for Arizona.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
UConn trails by 10. There's 1:17 left here in the second half of the game. Day kicks to Splitter. And it's off the back rim, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Freak with it, picked up by Joseph. Freak dishes to Lewis. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Down low. Here's Freak. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Jennings with the bucket.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Freak passes to Hollins. Landry kicks to Freak. And there's the feed to Ewing. And so it looks like Arizona will retain possession here.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air.
Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines and Arizona.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for Michigan. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Arizona shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
At the line for two.
Free throw good, Freak.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum, outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor.
Here's Johnson. Cannot hit. Ellis with some nice D.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
The Wolverines shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pulls up on the wing, and Freak gets it to go on the assist by Lawson. 6 points for Freak.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here is Cunningham. Jumper off the screen. No luck.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Dishes it to Lewis. It's stolen by Taylor. Fast break. Here come the Wolverines. Crawford leading the charge. And the basket by Jones.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Wants in the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lewis kicks to Freak. Ewing inside. Cunningham's there. It's stolen. Now Stevenson. Outside, Jones. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Jones has got 5 points so far.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Freak. 6 points for him. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. He's got 8.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many. And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Freak in at 2 guard. Williams is out there with Ewing, and it's Hollins in at the 3, the 4. And for the Wolverines, they've got Jefferson. Taylor is out there with Cunningham. And it's Knight in at the 2. To the right side. Here is Cunningham. Back to Stevenson. Feeds to Taylor. 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Freak, and it's Michigan with the rebound. Stevenson kicks to Knight. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Arizona leading by 3. And here's Freak. He's got 11. Lawson kicks to Freak. Second chance shot. Good D by Stevenson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's the pass to Taylor. Michigan moving it around. Jefferson with the 3. It's hauled in by Ewing.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And so it looks like Arizona will retain possession here. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Freak, he's in at the point. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the center. And for the Wolverines, Jones is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Smith, and it's Crawford at the 2 guard.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
Screen by Ellis. Kicks it to Crawford. Back to Jones. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Jones has got 7 points.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Screen by Smith. Ellis left side. Lets it go from 11. That one a little long. Arizona leading by 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And Michigan has possession. Arizona getting their last shot to go. Crawford kicks to Jones. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by Jones.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Crawford against Johnson. 11 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out. There's the lob to the hoop.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Michigan trails by 9. Freak, he's in at point guard. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Freak. And now Arizona on the break, and he bangs it home with one hand.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a glimmer?
I'm going to let it slide.
So both teams making some changes here. 1:15 left in the second half. It's Ellis on the wing. To the paint. Here's Wright. Can't get it to go. So Arizona will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Arizona.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Goes up on the high post. Lewis grabs the board. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
And that one's good. Freak.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
2 shots.
And that one misses.